नमस्कार. जय श्रीकृष्ण. श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंदा. Enunciating text 37 and text 38 of chapter 6 creation of the universal form of third canto the status quo of Srimad Bhagavatam. Text 37. एकांत लाभम वचसो नु पुंसाम सुश्लोक मौलेर गुणवाद माहुह श्रुतेशच विदवद भीरूपा कृतायाम कथा सुधायामुप समप्रयोगम. The highest perfectional gain of humanity is to engage in discussions of the activities and glories of the pious actor. Such activities are so nicely arranged in writing by the great learned sages that the actual purpose of the year is served just by being near them. The impersonalists are very much afraid of hearing the activities of the Lord because they think that the happiness derived from the transcendental situation of Brahma is the ultimate goal of life. They think that anyone's activity, even that of the personality of Godhead, is mundane. But the idea of happiness indicated in this verse is different because it relates to the activities of the Supreme Personality who has transcendental qualities. The word Gunavad is significant because the qualities of the Lord and his activities and pastimes are the subject matter for the discussions of devotees. A rishi like Maitreya is certainly not interested in discussing anything pertaining to mundane topics. Yet he says that the highest professional stage of transcendental realization is to discuss the Lord's activities. Srila Jiva Goswami therefore concludes that topics regarding the transcendental activities of the Lord are far beyond the transcendental realization of Kaivalya happiness. These transcendental activities of the Lord are so arranged in writing by the great sages that simply by hearing of those narrations, one becomes perfectly self-realized and the proper use of the ear and the tongue is also achieved. Srimad Bhagavatam is one of such great literatures and the highest perfectional state of life is attained simply by hearing and reciting its contents. Text 38. आत्मनो अवसितो वत्स महिमा कविनादीना समवत्सर सहस्रांते धिया योग विपक्कया. O my son, the original poet Brahma, after mature meditation for 1000 celestial years, could know only that the glories of the Supreme Soul are inconceivable. There are some froggish philosophers who want to know the Supreme Soul by means of philosophy and mental speculation. And when the devotees, who are to some extent in knowledge of the Supreme Lord, admits that the glories of the Lord are inestimable or inconceivable, the froggish philosophers adversely criticize them. These philosophers, like a frog in the well who tried to estimate the measurement of the Pacific Ocean, like to take trouble over fruitless mental speculation instead of taking instructions from devotees like the original poet, namely Brahma. Lord Brahma underwent a severe type of penance for 1000 celestial years, yet he said that the glories of the Lord are inconceivable. Therefore, what can the froggish philosophers hope to gain from their mental speculations? It is said in the Brahma Samhita that the mental speculator may fly through the sky of speculation with the velocity of the mind or the wind for thousands of millions of years, and still he will find it inconceivable. The devotees, however, do not waste time in such vain searching after knowledge of the Supreme, but they submissively hear the topics of the Lord from bona fide devotees. Thus, they transcendently enjoy the process of hearing and chanting. The Lord approves of the devotional activities of the devotees or Mahatmas, and he says, Mahatmanas tu mam partha daivim prakrutih ashritah bhajanti ananya manaso ज्ञात्वा भूतादिम अव्ययम सततम कीर्तयन्तो माम यतन्तश च दृढव्रताः नमस्यन्तश च माम भक्त्या नित्ययुक्ता उपासते. Bhagavad Gita 9.13-14. The pure devotees of the Lord take shelter of the Para Prakrutiha, the internal potency of the Lord called Lakshmi Devi, Sita Devi, Srimati Radharani or Srimati Rukmini Devi, and thus they become actual Mahatmas or great souls. Mahatmas are not fond of indulging in mental speculations, but they actually take to the devotional service of the Lord without the slightest deviation. Devotional service is manifested by the primary process of hearing and chanting about the activities of the Lord. This transcendental method practiced by the Mahatmas gives them sufficient knowledge of the Lord because if the Lord can at all be known to some extent, it is only through the means of devotional service and no other way. One may go on speculating and waste the valuable time of his human life, but that will not help anyone to enter into the presence of the Lord. The Mahatmas, however, are not concerned with knowing the Lord by mental speculation because they enjoy hearing about his glorious activities in his transcendental dealings with his devotees or with the demons. The devotees take pleasure in both and are happy in this life and the life after. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.